I don't like him, but I like his policies were the dying words as the Republican Party took its last breath. And it's still the sentence being murmured by those of you that need to hold on that the Republican Party is for the little guy. So we're going to play a little game, The Tale of Two Pyramids. This is $500 billion. And in each one of these pyramids, there are 84 cups, which is a demonstration of $4.2 trillion, which is the average scoring of the big, beautiful bill and all its provisions over the next 10 years. A $4.2 trillion fleecing of America that's so egregious that even our credit rating was lowered. And it's the same scam as always, so please pay attention, Republicans. On the bottom, those blue cups, $900 billion, no tax on tips, no tax on overtime. And once again, on cue, on the first page of the GOP manual, the richest people in the country are hiding behind the blue-collar worker, getting them to do all their dirty work, and it's gone on for decades. This right here, 77 cups. It is a display of the 77% tax bracket of the richest 1% 60 years ago have now managed to lower it to 37% while expanding their loopholes and write-offs, a 52% reduction in their taxes. While in that same 60 years, the middle class has gone from 20 to 22. When the Republican administration tells you it's a tax cut, they're only referring to the richest 1% of America. Those black cups have been systematically shaved off over decades by buying and paying to put people in Congress. You can't possibly think that Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, Byron Donalds, or the sissy of the House, Mike Johnson, is for the people. They are absolutely the first people that we all kick out in a dodgeball game, and you know it. Those 44, those black cups right there that you see, if you don't understand why we want an estate tax, they have systematically made it so they don't need to pay into the Treasury while passing off their money and their growth to their heirs without any consequences, despite the fact it's our economy and our money that gave them that wealth. Here's the scoreboard. The same $4.2 trillion. The red cups, Infrastructure Act. They vote no. The green cups, Chips and Science Act. Doesn't rhyme with tax cut. They vote no. The blue cups, the PACT Act, giving military veterans benefits for life. 84% of them voted no. The Infrastructure Act, lowering prescription drug costs for American seniors and helping during inflationary times in the state, they vote no. You have 4 bills, all passed by the Democrats, all voted no by the Republicans, and this is the same thing over and over again. It's always the same excuse. What's in the bill? We can't afford it. I know what's in the bill. Do you know what's in this bill? Do you know that there's a $30 million permanent gift tax so rich people can pass off their money? You got $30 million kicking around you want to give to your kids? You know what's in this bill? The executive branch no longer needs to pay attention to the lower courts, giving more power to the executive branch. You know what else is in this bill? A $1.4 billion deficit created by the elimination of a tax on gun silencers. Is this how we make America great again? There'll be 7 million gun silencers purchased over the next 10 years for the elimination of this tax. Kids won't even be able to hear if they're getting shot at. The facts on the ground are the following behind me, and we got to stop acting like that's not how it is. And if you keep telling me this is exactly what I voted for, I'm here to tell you that if you're voting for the fact that you want to give the richest people in human history more power, you need to take a sit on the bench. You need to stop with Fox News because they're fake patriots over there and they act like they're giving you the information, but they are not. What you actually voted for was picking up honor students on their way to soccer games. That's right. You own that one. You are destroying millions of lives, all so they can get more money, and you say nothing. Republicans, your party is gone. MAGA was the rhino and you missed it. And you can no longer keep voting with the lies. You must come on the side of truth. We're not crazy. I knew that a tariff was a tax. I knew that your dividend was fake. Sooner or later, you're going to have to realize that they just throw anything and everything at you to get you riled up to do the dirty work for them. Cups and cans talk and bullshit walks, and we're not falling. We've had enough of you, MAGA. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you have a great night. I'm rooting for all of us.